Hi everyone, it's Jean. I hope you all are having a nice evening. Couple exciting things to share with you tonight. One of the projects that I've been working on is I've been making a couple journals, just small ones that I can put back in my stash. I was encouraged by Caroline from Caroline's Craft Tree. She had recently done some small signature journals, and so I decided I would go ahead and cover the ones that I had currently. So what I did with this particular cover is I have over here a bunch of just different offcuts that have been laying here. I have a lot of the blue and white and some green. So with the papers in this particular journal, the color scheme is pretty much a blue and white or an off-white, along with hints of purple here and there, and even a little bit of green. So I've been trying to use up the huge stack of scrapbook papers that I have. So this is a great way to do that. And I put this signature together. It's about 18 to 20 pages. And then I have some 12 by 12 plain colored cardstock that I used for the cover. And I have always really liked the covers that look like they are quilted. So with all these little scraps that I had, I thought I would make something along the lines of maybe a patchwork design for the cover. So I have one here. This one has more of a botanical feel to it. So it has, some of these are printables from Caroline, Caroline's Craft Tree. Some of them are scrapbook papers. Others, this is a pocket I made not long ago in one of my videos. And some of the papers have been backed with tea dye. There's also an envelope in here. So just different colors, but I chose this green cover because I wanted to have something solid for the back. And then what I did is I took some of my scraps that I have and I started laying them down kind of in different locations, different places on the top of the journal, so that I could get, that one is, so I could get kind of like a patchwork look to it. Now this one I'm going to do, I want to be have some of the off-white or the brown in it. And I want it to also have, let's see what else I have over here. I have a pile of everything. Let's see, I have little images. I don't want to use images. I mainly want to use solid colors. This is something I could use. And it's kind of funny, these are really old that I've had for a long time. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, some of these may have come in like a little package that Kim sent me, Kim Newberg. Now, I have known Kim for 10 plus years, so I've had these things for a long time. I kind of had to stop the scrapbooking, not scrapbooking, but I used to make a lot of ATCs and mixed media things. I kind of had to stop that for a little while because of my job requirements. But now that I'm not working, I'm able to come back and work on some of these things. But when I went through my stash of things that I did have, it ended up that I had some old things that Kim had sent me from a long time ago. So I have saved those. And just looking here, here's some that has some green on it. And let me see what else I can find. This piece here is kind of more brown, but that's what I wanted to just show you as an example of what you can do with all these little pieces that we never want to throw away, is we can add them to different, or add them to our journals. And this one's really going to be patchworky because it's going to have a lot of different colors. The one thing that I do have to do with these for my own peace of mind is just make sure that they're evenly cut, because I want to leave a little border in between each piece. And I just have my cutter there. Oh, and by the way, I got something for myself that I've been wanting for a long time. Tim Holtz, in his Iconic Studios, he has a glass plate, and I was able to get one at a discounted price. So I'm so excited about that. I also picked up a whole bunch of other things from Ranger, and I'll show you guys those another time. But let me proceed with this, and we'll see how we're going to add. Now this piece is perfect because I want to leave a tiny bit of border. And I'm going to use my 3-in-1 beacon glue. The reason I like this glue is because it really glues quickly, and because it has acetone in it, it doesn't cause your paper to warp. Now it is a little bit more expensive. I buy mine in bulk, usually from Amazon or someplace like that. Let me put a little piece of, so some of these have to be trimmed, and I may not want to use a piece quite that big. Where's my little piece here that I trimmed? I'm going to put this one on. But I just thought this was a fun, easy way to decorate our covers, and at the same time, not have to worry about what am I going to do with all these extra offcuts that I have that I don't really want to throw away, but at the same time, I need to keep them for something. What am I going to use them for? Sometimes I use them no matter what the size will be, and make like little tags, because when we make our pockets and things inside our journals, sometimes, now that one's not cut correctly. So let me get the scissors and see if I can even that up. Oh crud, where did I lay them? Over here. I've been having a lot more success with finding things in my craft room since I reorganized a little bit, so that's good news for me. Okay, so I just want to leave a hair of a space underneath this, so I may have to put a little tiny strip at the bottom. We'll see how it goes. I like it when I can get more sizes on here. So this is a cute little piece right here. Let's see how it will go. So it will go here. And then if you want to, with these covers, because you are kind of designing it in a way that it will it looks quilted. You could actually take your sewing machine with like a zigzag stitch or another stitch you like. You can use straight stitch, whatever, and kind of add to it another element of decoration by doing the stitching. So let me see if I want to use that, or if I want to use a piece of this green. I think I'm going to use a piece of this green. So I don't usually measure anything. I just kind of eyeball it so that I know it'll be the approximate size. And then for cutting, if I use my cutter, then I know it'll come out straight. But usually if I bend it and I cut it on the line where I've bent it, it'll usually come out okay. I like that. I like the color of the lighter green against this darker green. So I'm going to, here I've added a bunch here. Now we need a small strip for the inside and then another piece for here. Let me see. This one looks nice. And this one, it's nice because it gives me a guideline as to where I can cut it, which is right here. And then, oh look, it has plaid on the other side. I didn't even know that. So I'm going to put this down right here, and this will be the front. And then I need a strip for right here. So what could we use? I'm seeing this yellow over here, which I would like to use, but it's chipboard. So that's gonna make it not stand out as well. Let's see, what else do I have that, I do have the other side of this. I don't know about that. I mean, do you ever get scrapbook paper that you don't want to say it's ugly, but it's ugly? That's one of them. Okay, let's see. I already put that one in. Oh, here's a piece of yellow that I can maybe use. So this is going to have to be cut pretty thin. So let me get my cutter here. And I think that I shall cut it. I'm gonna cut it upside down. But anyway, I love this glass piece. Of course, if anything ever happens to it where I drop it or I drop something on it and it breaks, I'm going to be really upset. But it is tempered and it is specific for crafting. So hopefully when he designed it so that it can take some wear and tear. One thing I did notice though is that when I use it on my videos, it shows a little bit of glare. But I had been buying the I don't know what they're made out of, the rubber ones, I guess, self-healing mats. And I still have those to use if I'm going to use my punchy tool or something. But with the self-healing mats, one of the problems that I have is that if you get paint on those or gesso or accidentally ink on them, you end up with not being able to get that off again. So you can get some of it off with soap and water or even with acetone, but then it also will, with the acetone, it will take off your measurement lines as well. So you have to be careful with that. So we'll use this glass one for a little bit and see how I like it. I love it already because I can just wipe it off and go. And then I think when I do my videos, if I'm not, covering up the space, I'll have to remember to put down one of the self-healing mats first. So here we have, we use some snippets of different colors. I just need a really tiny piece of, this is kind of an interesting pink. Let me see if I can use that. So I've been making a couple of journals, and I've been working on some digitals that I had made. And then I do want to show you in this video a flip through of a really cute journal I made out of paper bags. Now, it struck me as funny because paper bag journals have been around for a long time. There's an artist that I still follow that I remember from years ago. Her name is Kathy Orda, and she has her own products and everything now. She's become pretty famous with her designs. But what I noticed is that when I started doing the paper bag designs, or my paper bag, everybody else was doing paper bags too. So it must be something that's coming back. I love using brown paper bag and brown paper. So if you haven't tried them out in your journals or making a journal from them, it's quite fun. So as you can see, it looks like a nice quilted piece. And you would continue onto the back if you would like to make it look quilted on the back by just adding some other colors or similar colors, whatever you want. And then if you'd like, you can just go around each of the squares and stitch, which I'm going to do that at a later time. So that's the idea of how to make an easy, cute cover and use up some of the snippets you have. So I have 2 of these done now, and I will bind them, and then they'll be ready to go for decorating. So that's what I wanted to show you mainly this evening. Another not only did I buy myself this glass piece, but I also purchased myself from Ranger. Ranger is my favorite, one of my favorite companies that I have gotten things from in the past. And this is from the same lady that does the Dilutions ink sprays that I love so much. She has this really nice journal, and it's kind of like a mixed media journal. And oops, I have pictures in there. And you can see with the design, it does have a policy envelope or a business envelope here that you can put things on. It does expand somewhat. And then when you go through the book, you get either brown paper, cream colored paper, or black paper. So this is going to be really fun to work in. And this will be a new series that I will be starting where I will be working in this. Either this one, or I will be working with the smaller one. Now the smaller one is also made by Dilutions Diane Reverie, I believe is how you say her name. But this one is only manila, which is fine. So, and it has the envelope. It's the same design, basically. The only thing that I am debating on is with these types of books, I work better in a smaller version than I do in a larger version when I have to cover a whole page. So I will decide then, or you all can leave me a comment and see which one you think I should work with. The great thing about the large one is I have those different pages and different colors that I have the option to work with, whereas this one's all manila. So I am excited to start that series with you probably sometime next week and see what we can do in our art journals. So let me put these aside. And then let me show you just quickly. Okay, little stink bug, go away. It was so interesting. It got so hot here. And then, it got cold and all the bugs went away. And now it's getting hot again and they're trying to come back. We were up in the 70s, so I don't know where he went. I don't want him to jump out in my journal. Let me see. Here, bug, where are you? I promise if you see him, he's not part of the design. Little guy. Okay, so this is a little journal that I made, and it's actually featuring quite a few designers in this journal. So I'm just going to put down a white piece of paper and hope you all don't get the glare. So this journal is kind of shabby, boho, whatever you want to call it. It has a lot of elements in it that could be considered shabby or vintage or boho, or, you know, eclectic is where I go with all that. But my friend Caroline from Caroline's Craft Tree, she made these beautiful boho flowers. So that's where I started with my focal point. I laid down some muslin and then some other vintage rose material and then some denim and put that flower on the front. And that was actually one of her videos where she showed us how to make journal toppers with an image and some fabric. So there is my top. These are just some little beads and baubles I put on to add to it. It's all pretty much paper bags. So when you get to the first page, I did cut out some of the other flowers she had. This is a drawing that I made myself. This is a more of a manila color that I put in there. This is just layering different papers and fabrics together and laces, and I've been trying to use up some of my stickers as well. And these little girls are just so adorable, and these came from Caroline's Craft Tree as well. And so I used some of the little girl images to highlight the book. These are some stickers I got from Temu. And you can't see this background sheet very well, but I had gone to Antonio Makes Facebook group, and he gives a Friday freebie. So this one I loved with the orange tones. I'll see if you can see another part of it clearer in another piece. And then as you go along, because it's a paper bag, you can stick journaling cards inside it. This is one of Kim's designs, and it's just backed with some manila sketch paper. And that goes in here. The next page is just a Tim Holtz. I think this comes from one of his field guide series. I'm not exactly sure what series he has. And then this is just a little piece of paper with a vintage flower that I stained. Another sticker. These are some tags that came from Kim. They're kind of shabby tags. I just kind of stuck those in there, so I always like to have lots of writing space. And this little bird is a collection that I have that I drew myself. I used the Dilutions ink spray to dye the paper, and then I drew the little designs on it. This is one of Antonio's pieces as well, one of his freebies. I believe he calls it Roses. And here's another 2 pieces that come from Caroline's kit. So I've been holding on to these little whimsical animals and birds, thinking, where am I going to use them? And I just thought with the color combination, they went okay with that. And then here is another journaling tag in the pocket. And this is an Antonio piece too. I don't remember what it came from. But if you go to his Facebook group called Antonio Makes, and you go to the file section, it'll show you all the freebies that he has, and you can download them. This one is a freebie as well of his, and this one, and this is part of that other page. Here's another one of Caroline's flowers, and this adorable image. She's just so cute, and I just backed it on some brown cardstock. This is a seam binding ribbon that I made to kind of hide where I sewed the signatures together. This is just a piece of paper and fabric, and then I cut a flower out of a doily. This is my drawing here with the label. These are those rose butterflies. And on the inside, I made this cute little journaling card. And it has some of Caroline's flowers on it, some that I cut out. These are just fabric, and I put them on with a faux stitching, a label, and here is one of my doodle birds. He's an owl. So that goes right in this pocket. The next page is another one of Antonio's, the other part of the roses page he has. And then this is another one of Caroline's images. And you can get all these little girls on one sheet, and you can print them out on her Kofi site. I believe they are in her member section. So she has beautiful, beautiful images to share with you. So go check her out. And I always leave her Kofi site at the bottom of my video information. These are just a couple little postcard things from Tim Holtz. And this is a gathered piece that I made. It's fabric, lace, paper, burlap, and then of course one of her flowers. I thought they really looked nice when they were cut out. So over here is another one, as you see, a much larger one. This is one of Tim Holtz papers here. Here I have another smaller one, and I have this tag with lace on it, and then I have this tag, which is another one of Antonio's freebies. So if you guys haven't checked out his Facebook page, not only does he give you freebies on Fridays, but he also sells digitals, and they're reasonably priced. And in addition to that, there are other websites, or not websites, but Facebook groups that offer freebies as well. So if you check. You can certainly get some free items, free downloads that you can print out if you're wanting something unique that you don't normally find in a paper pack. That's why I love it, because there's always something unique in it. Now this is a little, it's a very small paper bag, and I folded it in half. And what I did is I had some of these, I had a package of like the brown cardstock, but you could punch out different shapes. So on this one, it's, it was like a round banner or something. So you can flip that up and then you see another version of one of her girls. And that just goes down. This is just a dangle and an earring and another flower. This page also belongs to Antonio as well. On the inside, I have used some of my laces, another 2 images from Caroline. These just seem to go, and this is one of the tags. This piece right here, there is a company called Fiddle Faddle, Peach Skin Sheets, and if you go to their website, they will send you a swatch packet of different of their sheets, of course. So I used one of the swatches there, and then on the other side you can see it a little bit here, and then of course the tab and some lace and a flower. So that fits into this envelope. And then on the last page, I have layered one of Kim's digitals, and on top of that some burlap, and then some lace, and then Caroline's digital. Here is another one of her flowers that I cut out. This has some ripped cardboard, just the part that you pull off before you get to the corrugated part. And this is a partridge that I drew in my doodle birds. And of course I use these hexagons that she has on the page for tabs on some of them. This is just an extra flip up kind of design piece. And then on the back you have the same style basically of the muslin, the vintage rose cotton, an image, and some butterflies. And then on the back, if we take this extra piece off, it's just a plain kind of collage of different materials. So I just left that plain because I wanted to add these little tags. And these tags are put together with this fancy earring here. I love the colors of it. And put 2 of my birds on, some strips of fabric. There's 2 tags here where you can journal, and then here's fabric with the die cut. And then on the back, there's journaling space too. So then you can just clip this right to the back, and then you have extra fun on the journal, or you can clip it somewhere on the inside if you want to as well. But that was my idea for my paper bag journal. I just had printed various sheets and cut them down into like journaling size cards, and I thought they would look so nice on paper bags. So that's what I did with this one. I really enjoyed working with all of the artist's images. It's kind of a conglomeration of everything. Some of it is scrapbook paper. Some of these things are Temu, like this frame is Temu, the butterflies. So I just found it very fun and rewarding to do, not only because I had such fabulous images to work with, but at the same time I was able to do something in a smaller scale that is a lot easier to decorate and get finished. So there's my little walkthrough and talk through today. I thought there was something else I wanted to tell you guys. So, just for upcoming, you'll know that I'll be doing a series on working in my journal each week, and also trying out some new things, some new products. I got some lunar paste from Ranger. I got some different inks. I had never tried the oxides before. I got some crackle paint and crackle paint. I was trying to think if there was one other thing. And of course I still have the sprays and the stickles, and I think I also got some of these rolls of collage paper, so it'll be interesting to use some of these and design in my books that I got. So that's really all I wanted to share, let you know about my goodies and show you this cute journal that I just love. And I'll probably make another one of these. I just enjoy making the paper bag ones and mixing all the different mediums. I'm also going to, with my books, use my gelatos, because I promised you all I would show you more about how those work. And at that, I don't think I still have a box of jewelry that I haven't even opened that I need to share with you all. And otherwise, things are going really great. I wish the weather would make up its mind if it wants to be hot or if it wants to be cold. But other than that, things are pretty great. So I hope you all enjoyed this little video and are encouraged to make some journal covers, some quilted journal covers out of all your scraps, which is really a lot of fun. And oh, I know what I want to show you just real quick. I've been working on some images and I printed these ladies and I think they are so gorgeous. I love the colors. I love the colors, and I'm trying to think of what kind of journal I can do with these. So please leave me a message as to what you think. I also did some, I call these little girls my melancholy babies because they are so adorable, so sweet. There's, these are just printed in different ways, but here are the larger ones. And then I have my Harlequin girls. So these are all done in the black or the Harlequin with the black and white or red. And here's a larger set of them. They turned out so, so cute. So I'll be uploading these next week, working with some of them, and showing you what we're gonna do coming up. I'm really excited about the my mixed media book, so I'm really excited about getting into that. And I hope you all have a productive and creative weekend, and thanks for stopping in. Bye for now.